Bloggo's POW! Here I'm going to look at 4 Dreamcast games that might have passed you by. So here we go without trigger. 1999 arcade game by Sega, converted to Dreamcast in 2001. So let's get this started. It's set to 4 training courses each with some preset missions. The first one's really boring, so we're going to get cracking in straight with this one. So, as you can see, it's a third person and also first person arena based shooter, so that means its closest blood relative is probably the Unreal Tournament or Quake 3. So, objective of the game is to shoot the bad guys within the time limit. Oh, there's an extra weapon over there. I will talk about weapons in a sec, so you get some extra weapons. So there's a flamethrower, which I'll probably have now until the end of the stage. Each time you shoot a guy, you drop some time, which you can use to extend your gameplay.
Three, two, one. Start!
So, weapons, you do have this, you have 3 main weapons. You've got this, well, each character has a rocket launcher type looking weapon, but this one actually looks more like a sniper rifle, but okay, fair enough. And you've got your standard machine gun sort of shot thing. And you've also got some grenades. So, chuck some grenades at somebody. Oh! Grenade launcher now is my power up, so yeah, the grenades normally stick to things when you're using standard hand grenades. Some time. Now you do have health here, but you don't get lives per se, but if you lose all your health, like I just did there, obviously it'll be a lot of time before you can come back to life.
Good job.
Another mission complete. So we've been playing this in third person mode.
1. Start!
So now we're going to go into first person mode. This is the way to actually play this properly. Third person's a little clunky, especially with the sensitivities of this mouse being quite low. Not quite as high as I would like it to be. This is definitely the best way to play this. Now, talking of control methods, I am playing this with a mouse. This is a UK version, but I'm using a Japanese mouse on it. You can get a Japanese box set which has the game and the mouse together in a nice tidy package. It's worth picking up if you can find it. The mouse can be used for other things like silent scope.
Good job. Result.
So, don't have a mouse? Can't find a mouse. You can play it with just the joypad. So it uses the Dreamcast's analog stick to aim and uses the face buttons as movement for the second, where you'd have a second analog stick. So it's sort of an approximation of a twin stick setup you'd find on an Xbox 360 or what have you. But no, the mouse is the way to play this. Because whereas the ingenious as the pad solution is, that's not quite cutting it with using a mixture of an analog stick and some digital buttons. Of course, if you want to go, you can use this with mouse and keyboard, but that means going back to 2002, where keyboards were £1 each. I do have one somewhere, but God knows where it is. So yeah, it's a pretty good game. It's not going to last very long. After you've completed a course, that's it, it's game over. It is a coin-op. So I don't think there's not much longevity here. It does have a mission mode, which I suppose is sort of the outrigger equivalent of Crazy Taxi's box mode, but it's not quite as good. So you've got
2, 1.
mission conditions to fulfill them in a stage, and yeah. So if you do find this out there, whether you be charity shop hunting or thrifting or boot fairing or whatever you'd like to do, and you do see it at a fairly cheap price, it's worth picking up. There's a couple of hours worth of fun to have here, and if you can find it with a mouse, all the better. So here we've got Silent Scope. So get straight into arcade mode here. Now I'm playing this with the mouse, so let's get on with this. It's a lot easier to play with the mouse. So your default view is this zoomed in view like that, but you hold down the right mouse button to zoom in and shoot somebody in the ankle, and then you can hold it down again to zoom out, shoot somebody in the nads. There we go. Move along to the next bit. So it's a fairly standard, it's like shooting gallery, shoot 'em up. Fairly basic. But it was a good fun coin-op. The coin-op had a bloody great big sniper rifle attached to it with a little scope you could look into to zoom in. If I remember correctly, that scope was a screen in its own right. I could be wrong about that, but so you've got the opportunity to shoot terrorists. Wow! Pervert girls on rooftops. Yeah. Wow! Complete with some cheesy porn music. I get two? No, I didn't get two with one shot there. It's a by the numbers sort of game. It's I suppose Konami's answer to the Virtual Cop series, I suppose, and it feels very similar to a Virtual Cop game as well in its style and its music. Oh. So you've got this, you can select your next path, so let's go air battle, because there's nothing like a frustrating boss battle where you have to shoot a titchy bit of the boss to actually progress. If you can headshot this guy in one go, it's an instant kill, otherwise you're left picking off health, and he has a little health bar. He's been watching far too much True Lies. I'll pinch a Harrier! Come on! The sensitivity on this isn't particularly good either. It's like Future Flip we were just playing. One thing I'll say, perving at those women gave me loads of health. I wonder if that works in real life. Bloggo gets arrested now for peeping. You know what's happened. He was trying to play Silent Scope. Got a few continues, so we may as well use them. We'll lose continues probably through time rather than losing health, I'd imagine, for the most part. Half dead. Come on. I actually hit the pilot rather than the Harrier that time. Ah, think of the collateral damage. The other thing I'll say, there's no reload button. I can see I've got 5 shells in this magazine. I'm going to wait until they're expended before I'm... Oh, yeah, I've probably had to shoot that. Yeah, wait for the shells to be expended before I can reload. Which, not quite as good as Virtual Cop, obviously. The helicopter, not as strong as the Harrier, thankfully. Forgive the clunking sounds, that's the mouse on the, on the desk. I'm running out of room on the desk because the sensitivity is so low, and I haven't bothered to see if I can change it on this game. It wasn't much of a time extend there, was it? Oh no, it's lose the last credit. Let's take the driver. Bye. That was a lucky shot, wasn't it? You can pervert women on the freeway as well. Hello. Hit. Oh, rescue the peasant's daughter. Okay. Yeah, this isn't going well. Car steady! Luckily she's bulletproof. Oh, it's not over yet. He's stealing a truck from the Terminator. That guy's really pissed off. Yeah, this isn't going to go well. Okay. Now, it's not like Time Crisis where you could hide in to scenery as the truck goes past. I think you've got to do enough damage for it to swerve off course each time, but that's not going to happen with my aim. See? So worth picking up Silent Scope? I don't think it's as much a... It's not as good a game as the Virtual Cop games, or House of the Dead, or Confidential Missions, so if you do find it cheap, yeah, worth getting. Also worth noting you can pick it up on PlayStation 2 and Xbox as well. So, you know, maybe worth having a go. So here we go, Fighting Vipers 2.
Fighting Vipers 2.
Obviously the sequel to Fighting Vipers 1. So let's get straight in there and see if we can remember the controls. Which button does what?
Select your Viper.
So you've got your typical Fighting Vipers guys. You've got a couple of extra characters in Emmy and Charlie. Everybody else is the same as far as I know. So we're going to go with honey.
Round 1. Let the action begin. Go!
Okay, it's all coming back. That's lovely. Virtual Fighter setup, you've got 3 buttons, a punch, a kick and a block.
KO!
You've got these rings which you can, I do remember if you can break through them as well, so I can't remember to do that, but yeah, it's a fast fluid fighting game. Quite ignored as far as I remember. I mean, people, Soul Calibur had already come out by this point. People were playing lots of Virtua Fighter. And Fighting Vipers always seemed to be the second best, third best, fourth best. It wasn't the best. But I always enjoyed it, especially on the Saturn. I had a lot of fun with the Saturn version.
Let the action begin. Go!
Of course, being a Naomi coin-op, this, I believe it was a Naomi coin-op, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. It's almost arcade perfect. Whoa!
Round 2. Let the action begin. Go!
I think I'm being a bit cheesy here.
You win!
Now, I don't remember this being a particularly common game. It came out quite late in the Dreamcast's life, or short life that it had.
Let the action begin. Go!
I don't remember seeing too many copies floating around. Oh, there's a cheesy air juggle there.
KO!
And consequently, I don't think it's too cheap to get.
Go!
But if you do like your one-on-one fighting games, it's worth picking up, I'd say. Very colourful, very Sega. That's always a good thing. I mean, even the Virtua Fighter games started to get a bit drab by Sega standards later on, so if you like your fighting games with a shitload of nonsense attached, grab yourself either Fighting Vipers 1 or 2 on Saturn or Dreamcast respectively, or well, Fighters Mega Mix on the Saturn.
Begin. Go!
So, the last game we're going to look at today is 18-wheeler, American Pro Trucker. Does that mean there's American amateur truckers? Who knows? Anyway.
Please select a truck.
So, select a truck. There we go. We've got Disco Truck and Mad Max Truck and Girly Truck. Let's go with Girly Truck. Time bonus for destroying the mystery mobile from Scooby-Doo.
You're new, aren't you?
Stage 1, New York to Key West.
I'll give you a hand. Your destination for this job is Key West. Make sure you get there on time.
I don't think this will be a realistic simulation of trucking by any stretch of the imagination, but
Go! 1110 PRWA Super Express Truckers Network. Here's our first song to wake you up. Here we go.
got to be a helicopter in a Sega racing game.
By making our deliveries on time. So hurry up and become a full professional, you hear?
I'll say that the 3 low gears are automatic, but then you've got to go into high gear manually. Okay, well, that's fair enough. And because they're pro truckers, nobody cares if they smash shit off the road. Bye, blue car.
And don't you forget it.
And I'm getting. Oh, there's a junction.
Don't run that ring in front of me.
Oh. And there's absolutely no repercussions for slamming that police car off the road.
You're making good time. Keep it up.
Traffic jam's my fault. I didn't design the roads this way.
Faster, faster!
I hope that isn't licensed music playing.
You're running out of time! Hurry up!
Don't want a copyright strike.
Time is
Oh, shit, really? Yes, I will continue. Was not paying any attention to the timer there. So yes, American Pro Trucker, I probably should talk about it a bit.
Good morning, New York!
It's I suppose fairly standard racing game as you've already seen, except it's about trucks and the open road.
Truckers are considered real professionals by making our deliveries on time. So hurry up and become a full professional, you hear?
Be a full professional. It's about being a full professional, not a full amateur, not a half-pint professional, full professional. I've got not much to say to this. It's a racing game. It's not as good as Crazy Taxi. It's not as good as Outrun 2.
I'm Lizardtail, #1 trucker in the US of A, and don't you forget it!
Go the other way this time.
There's a traffic jam, and it's all your fault!
This is all looking very Crazy Taxi. If we're driving from New York to Florida, is this part of Florida? And it really does look like there's off-roading there. It really does look like California. In fact, it looks like the Crazy Taxi city, but not quite as good. The graphics aren't as good as Crazy Taxi. That's one thing's instantly apparent.
Greenhorn! Don't run that ring in front of me!
Come on, time bonus.
Nice going!
Oh, great.
Can't call you a full pro, but you're looking pretty good. We're counting on you to do the next job right.
I got
too.
rewarded for blowing up a fuel tanker.
Please select a trailer.
Looks like you're getting the hang of it. Your destination this time is Dallas. You haven't,
Dallas.
but take it easy anyway.
Ready? Go! Super Express Truckers Network. This one's for all you truckers out there.
I'm going to drive on this side of the road because I'm in England. No, not in America.
I got pulled over for speeding.
Pulled over for speeding, you then get pulled over for smashing away through that petrol station that was branded by Texaco. Amazing you get paid for writing off other cars on the road.
Don't even try to pass me.
A little bit of a detour down. I'm not sure if that was a good or bad detour, but
You're running out of time. Hurry up!
I know I'm running out of time. Oh, let's hit a checkpoint.
You'll have to do better than this. Pick up the pace, will ya?
Whoa, there's a tornado. Must be driving through Kansas. That's pretty cool. Like, crazy weather effects. Oh look, come on! Oh! That was not 3 seconds, that was rubbish.
Time is up.
Yeah, it's not particularly great, is it? It's not as much fun as Crazy Taxi or Outrun 2 or other Sega races. It's a bit of a has-been. So, can't really recommend that.
Game over.
So that's 4 Dreamcast games. What did you think of them? What Dreamcast games do you think I should cover next? Comment below. Here, subscribe or naff off.
Well, haven't you got any milk?